The time was over 4 decades ago. Human and Serpentine relations were at an all-time low, and it would take only one man to light the sparks of war, and the heroic acts of many to finally end it. This is the tale of the Serpentine War. There were 5 tribes of the Serpentine, all fighting between each other. The 2 sons of the first Bujutsu master, Lord Garmadon and Sensei Wu, were, at the time, mere young men, powerful elemental masters, but unrefined. Wu, arrogant at his young age, tried his hand at training a student, one who heard the call of the wind and felt the pull of a green power. Garmadon, though, wiser and corrupted by a darkness, chose to train under Master Shen, alongside Shen's other apprentice, Klaus. Shen enjoyed toying with people, even going so far as to persuade Garmadon to sign a love letter, written by his brother, addressed to their shared love, Misako. So when he got an idea, a plan for war between men and Snake, he dove right in. Shen convinced the tribes of the Serpentine, the Hypnobrai, the Fangpire, the Constricti, the Venomari, and the feared Anachondri that the humans planned an attack. But both sides wished for peace, and the Serpentine feared a greater threat. Serpentine prophecy foretold the arrival of the Golden Master, a being of immense strength who wanted nothing but destruction and sought to rule all. The tribes warned the humans of this prophecy, but Shen convinced them that the snakes intended betrayal. The Serpentine strived to chase the humans underground for both their sakes, and when their efforts and warnings failed, they utilized the Great Devourer, that same serpent that first corrupted the Dark Lord all those years ago, in a desperate bid to accomplish their goal. Their plan failed, with the consequence that now they were seen as monsters, and this would be the spark to the flames of war. Early in the war, numerous elemental masters took a stand to defend the villagers of Jamanakai village from attack. 4 tribes' forces attacked this village, but the villagers stood strong until the arrival of the Anachondri, led by General Arcturus, shifted the tides of battle. Shen, seeing the Serpentine's victory in this early yet decisive battle, sided with the Serpentine and pressured his prized pupil to do the same. Garmadon, however, wanted nothing more than to be with his beloved, so he left his master, sided with his brother, and formed an alliance with his fellow elemental masters. The alliance met the Anachondri in Birchwood Forest for another key battle, and again almost stood victorious. But Shen's manipulation, as well as the power of the Hypnobrai, turned the alliance against each other, and humans suffered yet another loss. The alliance retreated back to Jamanakai village, and Garmadon would notice something that he would use to develop a plan to turn the tides in their favor. A man hypnotizing a snake with a flute, perhaps the same would work on their enemies, he thought. So came the creation of the sacred flutes, instruments with the power to control the Serpentine, and thus was the end of the war. The 5 tribes were led into 5 separate tombs, which were then sealed. The generals of the Anachondri were put on trial, and though they begged for mercy, they were never graced with it. The 3 judges, Wu, Garmadon, and Mistake, sentenced them to banishment in the Cursed Realm, which Garmadon ultimately carried out. Shen and Klaus, the masterminds behind the war, were tried for treason and exiled to a secluded island. With the war over, peace was restored, though not for long it would seem, as 2 members of the alliance would soon rebel, and as Ninjago would soon see concerning the Serpentine prophecy, it was all too real.